Hello, my name is Aze and I'm disabled. And there's about 1.5 million things I could say on the subject, but I'll try to keep it brief. One important thing to remember this Disability Pride Month is disability is not a disease or sickness or disorder. It's a social construct. So disability exists because society cannot create equal access for disabled people. That basically means I'm not disabled because I have chronic pain or a joint disorder. I'm disabled because the world around me wasn't built for people who have physical or mobility limitations. The One of Us Global Foundation continues to work every day to make sure our organization is accessible as possible. That is not only for the foundation members who give up their time and their brilliant ideas to help us make our mission come true, but also to make sure our content is accessible to everyone with diverse needs. Disability is one of the largest minority groups on the planet, and it's the only minority group you can find yourself very suddenly a part of. So accessibility is not just an issue for me or some other disabled person. It's an issue for you, your family, and your future. So pay attention.
Hello, I'm Shelby, a staff member here at One of Us, and I am disabled. I am autistic. I suffer from PTSD, generalized anxiety disorder, major depressive disorder, and continue to deal with the long-lasting effects of a traumatic brain injury that I got roughly 6 years ago. For Disability Pride Month, I like to highlight the existence of invisible disabilities, which is what I personally deal with. Disabilities that aren't visually apparent. Just following my morning routine, for example, or walking around the house, cooking for myself, can leave me in unbearable physical pain afterwards. And then the manifestations of my anxiety and depressive disorders can make seemingly simple daily tasks impossible to do. But it's hard to see and understand that from the outside. Invisible disabilities, they leave you having to prove yourself to your school, your job, your healthcare providers, and everyone else. And you're left being your only advocate a lot of the time. And it's frustrating and it's tiresome. So I just wanted to leave you this reminder that disabilities are not all in the same, and to be conscious of what others may be going through, and to never assume that what isn't visible to the eye doesn't exist at all.
Hi, my name is Tristan. I am a volunteer for the One of Us Global Foundation, and I'm also disabled. I have EDS, or Neurosternal syndrome, which is a connective tissue disorder, and I also have ADHD and a nonverbal learning disorder. All of these disabilities aren't visible to people who just look at me. I describe it as almost like wearing mismatched socks, where sure, it fits, you can wear them, but there's always that disconnect where, like, for me, maybe it was not getting a social cue from my peers, or, everyone's going on this big hike and I just can't do it because, my body wouldn't let me go to the end. That made for a very isolating time in, like, my elementary school years, where it was almost like a natural barrier that prevented me from making friends and stuff, and I still struggle with issues regarding my disabilities, especially in terms of that type of connection. But one thing I've learned in the last few years is that if I can't fit with the world, then maybe I can make the world fit with me, and that involves searching out and finding stuff that fits my flow. And one of the things I'm most grateful for is the One of Us Global Foundation, because it's such a great group of peers to learn from, to grow from, and we all follow the same values and strive for the same values and goals for not only ourselves, but also others around the world. And it's such a rewarding experience to be able to put the stuff we're working on into fruition.
Disability accessibility is not an option, and we should continue to work together as a society with the values of love and wholeness to create a better place for everyone.
One final message that I like to leave you with is that regardless of what anyone may try and have you believe, people with disabilities are fully capable of living happy and fulfilling lives, and we are deserving of the accommodations and support to help us in being able to do so. We are humans with purpose too, and our lives are worth living.
I would say to anybody watching this right now, I don't know your own circumstances, but think of a hobby or something you're really passionate about and really strive and follow that, and you'll be able to find organic communities that really show you how great you truly are.